For today's headlines, POC execs in Phisgoc payroll. Duterte picks a still unnamed vaccine czar. Parlade Colmenares exchange theirs. Economy opens up slowly, surely. Why Fiore is Assunta's miracle baby. De Jesus bags best opinion column anew. Weather improving as Quinta moves away. Good morning, I am Sandy Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Today is Tuesday, October 27, and now the news. The revelation made by gymnastics chief Assunta proved to be accurate as ranking Philippine Olympic Committee or POC officials were found to be in the payroll of the embattled Philippine Southeast Asian Games Organizing Committee or Phisgoc during the 30th Southeast Asian Games. A list obtained by the Daily Tribune from a reliable source shows that POC Executive Council members and National Sports Association leaders received money from the organizing body chaired by ousted Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano during the build-up for the biennial meet. Topping the list is POC President Bambol Tolentino, who served as sports director with a remuneration of 81,344 pesos for the month of September 2018. Karen Caballero, the Sepak Takraw President and POC Deputy Secretary General at the time, served as Tolentino's assistant with a monthly salary of 70,805 pesos. Also in the list were rowing President and former POC Secretary General Patrick Gregorio, Triathlon President Tom Carrasco, Boxing Secretary General and former POC Communications Director Ed Picson, Judo President Dave Carter, and Surfing President Dr. Raul Canlas. Gregorio served as Phisgoc Director General with a corresponding monthly salary of 127,601 pesos, while Carrasco was the Deputy Director General for Operations, 114,281 pesos. Picson was the Director for Operations, 162,217 pesos. Carter was the Venues Director, 72,805 pesos, and Canlas was the Medical and Doping Control Director, 81,344 pesos. Carion, the whistleblower in the Phisgoc payoff, was accurate as her listed salary in the early Director of SEA Games preparation was 65,102 pesos for being the manager of the ceremonies department. All in all, Phisgoc paid POC members 977,308 pesos a month and 15.6 million pesos until the conclusion of the biennial meet in December last year. Aside from questions of legality of Phisgoc since it operated without the imprimatur of the local Olympics Council, which is the franchise holder of the SEA Games, POC officials are also not allowed to receive any amount for their work in other sports bodies. The POC also asserted that its members, especially its officers, should perform their duties on voluntary basis to avoid conflict of interest. According to the tripartite agreement signed among the POC, Phisgoc and Philippine Sports Commissions before the staging of the biennial meet, the Olympic Council should serve as oversight of Phisgoc to maintain transparency and accountability. POC Director Clint Aranas expressed alarm over the Phisgoc payroll. Aranas said this issue is a serious allegation that tarnishes the POC as an institution. Meantime, President Rodrigo Duterte has picked a vaccine czar who would take charge of the government's efforts to secure and store vaccines against the coronavirus disease, the Malacanang dared Monday without naming the said official. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque disclosed that the chief executive asked an individual 2 months ago to serve the post, but he said the official declined to be identified without Duterte's reaffirmation of his appointment. The palace official was reacting to the suggestion of Senate Pro Tempore Ralph Recto, who argued that a vaccine czar is needed to jumpstart the preparations for vaccine importation, storage, and distribution. In a statement over the weekend, Recto said a vaccine czar is needed to ensure the distribution of vaccines to 110 million Filipinos. Recto said the czar should prepare for vaccine storage since it must be kept in facilities at temperatures as low as -80 degrees Celsius to maintain its potency. The country currently has only one facility for cold storage of vaccines, the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine in Muntinlupa. Officials from the Department of Health said an inventory of cold storage facilities is underway, adding that it is eyeing to equip each region and provinces with such to keep COVID-19 vaccines once it becomes available. Senator Risa Ontiveros on Monday stressed that former Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre III is not off the hook yet in the pastillas scheme and the alleged corruption of the visa upon arrival or VOA systems for Chinese officials. In a television interview, Ontiveros said that the former Department of Justice Secretary is a person of interest to the pastillas scheme for issuing Department Order 41 in 2017. The order opened the floodgates to very lax oversights on the VOA and led to an institutionalization of that one-stop shop of corruption right in the Bureau of Immigration, according to the chair of the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality. Ontiveros said the appointment of former BI Port Operations Division Chief Marcred Marinas and his father Maynardo Marinas, who was former Special Operations Communications Unit head, to handle the processing and issuance of VOA weakened the checks and balances between the two immigration offices. The whistleblowers who attended the Senate inquiry previously named Marinas as the boss of the Pastillas group, an allegation denied by the accused. Aside from the Pastillas scheme, which supposedly allowed Chinese high rulers and offshore gaming workers to skirt the immigration process in exchange for bribes, Ontiveros said the VOA has also been corrupted. Aguirre, in a separate statement, stressed that the senator is just witch hunting and going on a fishing expedition against him in her investigation, stressing that there is no evidence connecting him to the bribery scheme. Tribune News and Q will be back after these reminders.
This is a very important story. The important story.
Pictures and stories.
Today, we feel the weight of history on our shoulders. The way we have been moving leads nowhere. We need to change course.
Since the United Nations was founded, the human race has never had to face a set of challenges like we do right now. But together, we can overcome them.
Lieutenant General Antonio Parlade, the spokesperson of the government task force against communist rebels, yesterday dared left-leaning leaders to face him in a forum to disprove his claims against Makabayan bloc members being communist supporters. However, Bayan Muna chairperson Nery Colmenares, a human rights lawyer and activist, urged Parlade to instead file a case against him if he has evidence to prove that he and his relatives are affiliated with the communist rebels. Colmenares told the Daily Tribune in a phone interview that Parlade admitted that he has no enough evidence against him. Earlier, Parlade's spokesperson for the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict and commander of the Southern Luzon Command tagged Colmenares' relative, actress Angel Locsin, and sister Ella Colmenares as affiliated with terrorist groups. He claimed in a TV interview that he has photos and testimonies from rebel returnees that Ella Colmenares was with them in their underground activities and that she only resurfaced because she got pregnant. The military general dared Locsin and Nery Colmenares to refute this. In other news, concerned agencies on Monday announced it is urging businesses to create multiple and staggered work shifts in a bid to open the economy safely as curfew hours eased in Metro Manila. In a statement, Department of Trade Industry Secretary Ramon Lopez said that the move will spread the volume of people reporting for work on a given day and enable easier compliance to physical distancing. Department of Labor and Employment Secretary Silvestre Bello III, on the other hand, said that it will bring back more jobs in a safe manner, and the easing of curfews will generate additional economic activities in the evening that will improve the income of workers. The TTI and DOLE issued the pronouncement in a joint advisory dated October 22, which also encouraged alternative work arrangement and work from home setups. DTI noted that more sectors were also allowed to operate within half to full capacity. Establishments are told to provide adequate ventilation, disinfect frequently, and isolate asymptomatic or COVID-19 cases. In showbiz, former actress Assunta de Rossi considers the birth of her daughter Gilia Florentina Alessandra as a miracle. On October 23, Assunta gave birth to her firstborn at Cardinal Santos Medical Center in San Juan via elective cesarean section. Assunta and her husband, former Negros Occidental Representative Julio Ledesma IV, have been trying to have a baby for the past 16 years since getting married in 2004. The delivery by cesarean section is risky just because the baby is just 38 weeks. An early-term birth. Further, Assunta was diagnosed with myoma and endometriosis. Assunta said getting pregnant the natural way with myoma and endometriosis is extremely difficult and only medical intervention or a miracle can make it happen. We will be back. Stay with us.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako!
#143SM. Call to deliver.
Hello, can I get the following? One pink chair, bed sheets, na pink yung soft ha, tapos slides, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget my...
#143SM. Call to deliver.
Wait lang, okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver.
Ay, kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa... Cancel ko sa Lipa. Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami mag-deliver.
Call to deliver. Call #143SM. Call to deliver. #143SM. Call to deliver. Call #143SM. #143SM. Call to deliver.
Call na rin kayo.
Call to deliver.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Bakit kailangan ko pang pumunta sa bangko?
Oo nga naman, sir. Ba't kailangan pang pumunta sa bangko?
Why not get a UB app so you can do all these without going to the bank? Bank the way you live. Union Bank.
Daily Tribune's Co-Vadis columnist Darren De Jesus has received a second Best Opinion Column Award at the 18th Gawad ng Lao. De Jesus is joined by other distinguished journalists in the field, Tito Genova Valiente of the Business Mirror, Attorney Gregorio Larrazabal of the Manila Bulletin, Rigoberto Tiglao of the Manila Times, Edwin Cordevilla of the Filipino Mirror, and Al G. Pedroche of the Filipino Star Ngayon. De Jesus also won the same award for the first time at the 17th Agawad Tanglao. In his second win, De Jesus said he had to double-check to make sure he is being awarded. In his previous interview with the Daily Tribune for his first win, De Jesus felt that he wasn't worthy of the award, saying that writing is something he needs to work on. Gawad Tanglao or tagapuring mga akademisyan ng Aninong Gumagalaw is an award-giving body that recognizes outstanding works in film, television, radio, and print. It is composed of esteemed professors and media practitioners in the country. And the weather today is expected to improve as Typhoon Quinta has moved away from the country. However, Pag-asa said that the trough of the typhoon and tail end of our frontal system are expected to cause cloudy skies and scattered rain showers and thunderstorms in Metro Manila and the rest of Luzon and Western Visayas. Meanwhile, localized thunderstorm is forecast to bring partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers in the rest of the country. As of 3 a.m. today, Quinta is now 580 kilometers west of Calapan, Oriental Mindoro with a maximum sustained winds of 140 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 170 kilometers per hour. It is moving west at 25 kilometers per hour. Winds are forecast to be moderate to strong and coastal water condition moderate to rough in northern Luzon, the western sections of central and southern Luzon, and western Visayas. Wind in the rest of the country is expected to be light to moderate, while coastal water is expected to be slight to moderate. The maximum temperature during the day is 28.4 degrees Celsius at 1:50 p.m., while the minimum temperature is expected to be 24.4 degrees Celsius at 5 a.m. And that wraps up the stories this morning. Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Kachibu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Toysito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join. And before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store for our wardrobe. Again, this is Andy Locos and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning and have a nice day.
Click, click, that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap. It's a wrap, just tap the app. Now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the Ring Ring apps or the in thing, you know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the book. the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app all in the Globe app na yan.
Ang Philippine Offshore Gaming Operators o POGO ay isang legitimate business entity na nagbibigay serbisyo sa offshore gaming para lamang sa mga manlalarong nasa abroad sa pamamagitan ng internet. Ang mga serbisyong handog nito ay katulad ng casino games at sports betting na pwedeng laruin kahit wala sa casino. Sa Pilipinas, walang POGO operators. Tanging POGO service providers lamang dahil nagaganap ang mga laro sa labas ng bansa.
First indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break. First date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
Bilang bagong mag-asawa, sabay kaming natututo sa buhay.
Sabay rin namin inaaral ng mga bayarin sa bahay.
Kahit kami, nagtaka sa biglang laki ng electricity bill namin. Huwag pong mangambang maputulan. Sinisigurado ng Meralco na walang disconnection hanggang September.
Estimated bills lang ang natanggap natin ng March, April, at para sa ilan, May. Dahil sa lockdown, isang tabi to para hindi na maguluhan.
Ang May o June ay actual meter reading na. Kung May nagka-actual reading, ibabawas dito ang huling reading bago mag-ECQ. Yan lang po ang ating babayaran hanggang 3 buwang konsumo.
Kung estimated reading sa May at June nagka-actual reading, ibabawas din dito ang huling reading bago mag-ECQ. Yan lang po ang ating babayaran. Hanggang 4 na buwang konsumo, walang labis. Tandaan, kung ano lang na konsumo,
yun lang ang babayaran.
ako po si Mateo G.
At ako naman po si Sarah G.
G?
G!